Good afternoon, and here we are back at, well, the yoga rooms, I suppose. That's what it's called. Everybody calls my house the yoga house, so I guess that's where we are, at the yoga house. Today I've got a few things to show you. Firstly, I went up to my post office up the mountain. It was almost deserted. I've never seen so few people in it. And on the way back, I stopped at my favourite place and got some greens for tea. I'm sure you've seen these kind of greens. I've got a dry one here and a fruiting one. There we are. And that's a dry one. I'm sure when you've been past hedgeroads or railway sidings or deserted areas, you would have seen those. They stand about this high. They're amazing. They would be about 4 or 5 foot tall, their fruiting heads, when they're in the wild. The greens, and I picked really, really beautiful tiny ones. This is a tiny one of the greens. You know, it's about one hand span. But they come in all sizes. There's a really tiny one. I like the tinier ones. They do tend to be slightly more strong in taste, but I just think they've got more vitality. The bigger, you can get very big ones that are about a foot and a half long, not as big as a comfrey, and there's a larger one. That's been sitting in my car, so it's a little bit limp. I must find a way of combating that. I'll tell you, because I do pick a lot, and I like them to look sort of fresh. This hasn't changed colour or done anything drastic like that. It just hasn't got that bounce. The smaller ones do. They do have that bounce. So that is called a dock, and it's very nice to eat. And I chop it up with my lettuce and with my salad, and can make it into what the Americans call tuna salad. So you get your greens and you chop them up finely with some onion, and then you add your tuna, and then you add your mayonnaise. It's kind of like a tuna salad. I think ours is different to theirs. They have that tuna salad. When you go and you think, oh, tuna salad, I'll have that, expecting a piece of tuna and salad, but it's not. It's mush. And it's very nice on hot buns and things, hot rolls. Very good on hot rolls or on a piece of toast. So you can have it by itself. And to add to that, I've got, this is called plantain, or its official name is plantago. This isn't the really big one. There is a very, very big plantago. This is the plantago. Show you that. This is the green. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's a long ribbed plant. And I'm sure you've seen it. It has, and I've showed it to you before, it has a long stalk and then a little kind of a seed head on the top with a circlet of white flowers around it. When you get Plantago major, oh, hang on a tick, I've got some. I forgot I collected these. Here we are. So, because I use them, they make very good psyllium. They help the stuff through the bowel. That comes on a long stalk, and then you get a head. That's a dried one, and you can pull all those little seed off, and they make a very good seed psyllium to put in your muesli. It's just another thing. Another thing is these. I'm sure you recognise these. These are acorns. It's not a good year for acorns. I might have to go into Gisborne in the next day or so because Gisborne has much better acorns this year than we do. And what I do with the acorns is I make them into like a kibble that also can go into muesli, but if you want to take it a step further, you make it into flour. Don't go that far. So what I do first is I take the husks off the acorns, and then you'll find a lovely meaty kernel in the middle. And I cut that up, just cut it up, and put it in water. And I keep on changing the water. See how that's brown on the top there? You want to keep doing that until there's no brown there, because the brown is the tannin, and you don't want tannin. It doesn't taste good. So no, we've got to get rid of that tannin. It's amazing stuff. And then we'll be able to lay it out in the dehydrator and make it slightly dry and put it in the fridge, and that can be sprinkled on top of muesli. It's another source of starch. I don't make flour, so that's the kibble is the only thing I make with the acorns. I have made a remedy for people who suffer from varicose veins. It's much quicker. You make up what I did here with the kibble, except you really mush it up very small, and then you add vodka. Cover it with vodka, leave it in a nice cupboard for about 7 days, and then you can make that into a gel, kind of sieve out the meaty bits. Then you're left with this vodka water. Tastes terrible. And then you can add, if you can just use it as a lotion, or you can add gelatin and make it into a gel. And that is fantastic for varicose veins. It's very, very, if you even have that, it dries your mouth up very quickly. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. With regard to COVID, the virus, I think it's really a wake-up call for us and takes us back to doing all these kind of things. They're very easy and they're very good to do. I'm making my own olive leaf extract, and I invite you to let me know if you want some. I'm charging $12.50 for a little bark flower remedy bottle, dropper bottle. They're very hard to get at the moment, and they're not going to get any easier to get. And any money that I get from that will allow me to spend more time making videos, working on different ways of using our environment during what is a difficult time. And it will also help me to do emails face-to-face with people who are going through difficult times. Some people can pay for that and some people can't. But I also have to pay the rent. So maybe by selling my remedies, I can make a little bit of money that will allow me to donate time to people who need it. Okay, so that's that and that's that. We're doing our yoga, only restorative classes. But if you come along at 6:30, and you're welcome to do that, it won't be a hatha class, it'll be restorative. Because I don't want the jumping up and down kind of yoga, as they call it. The exercise yoga. We'll do meditation, and we'll do restorative yoga, and we'll just calm down. I think that's really important. If you want to stir yourself up, go for a nice brisk walk. When you come for yoga, bring a towel. That is really necessary. What else did I want to talk to you about? No, I think that's about it. Oh, yes, I do have something else. For those people who have purchased our wonderful special oils from me for their puppies or whatever, that also will be in short supply because I can't get the raw materials. So if you want to replicate any oils that you purchase from me, please do put your orders in now, buy ahead of time, because the raw materials will be hard to get. Certainly for some of them I can use the herbals from around the place, but some of them are overseas sourced, so it just is too complex at the moment. I'm trying to, some of them I can't get sourced elsewhere. So you know who you are. If you want your special oils, if you've ordered special oils from me and you want to replicate that and keep it going, please understand that I will need orders ahead of time, otherwise you might miss out. It's not that I'm trying to be difficult, it's just awful. You know, I wanted to put in a potbelly stove, and I thought, oh well, I'll just get someone to put it in. No. They can't get the flu, and they can't get this, and they can't get that because of transport, and because of situation in the warehouses, and because of staff, and because of... So, we're going to have a lot more of this, and we've got to be patient and deal with what the world gives us. But it does cause us to think about what we need and want and order ahead of time. It doesn't mean panic buying, it just means ordering ahead of time so I know how much to get, so I can make sure that you have what you need. Because it'd be awful if you rang up in say 3 weeks time and said, can I have this? And I can't give it to you because someone else has gotten ahead. So yeah, no panic buying. I don't want you to do that, but I want you to let me know so I know what to buy now so I can plan for the ahead. Okay? Thank you very much. And I will keep you up to date with what's happening around here. I hope you've got your latest Nexus magazine. I love it. It's so good. I was thinking this morning, here I am. On Thursdays I buy Hello magazine, which is just custard for the mind. It's just mindless mush. But I like it with my coffee and my croissant, neither of which I'll be able to have now, so I may not even get that. Hello. And this is all about the future. This is an amazing magazine, and it tells you things that you may not know and that the government won't tell you, and the latest things that are coming out across the world about in this one here, you won't be able to see it. Secret cannabis alchemy revealed, vaccine injury in the menstrual cycle, the mysterious megaliths of Portugal, seawater, a plasma substitute, Linus Pauling, etc., etc. So it's very, 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 very interesting magazine, and I think you should get it. You can get it online. Nexus. Namaste.